Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are still here, kind of middle of the night. Actually, it looks like the sun is about to come up. We have unloaded one bin, and I'm actually going to throw that bin over onto the other side. And then I'm going to grab the other bin off the back on the other side there, and I'll start to unload that. So then, once the bins are unloaded, we can take that to, that's our fuel, that's our uranium fuel. So now I'm able to, should be able to launch nuclear reactors. Like I say, I just don't know how much fuel each rod takes. It might be one bit of fuel per rod, I don't know, but I'll certainly determine that once I'm able to get back to the base. So just bear with me here for a moment while I try and this whole thing. Yeah, I'll be resetting up the crane with a remote. So I can just use the remote from the ground, and that's going to save all this legwork. So yeah, we successfully got the first bin emptied. Now we need to get the second bin. Appears like it's starting to rain as well. It's always raining here in the desert. It's kind of funny. It's supposed to be a desert, and we get all these storms and rain here in the desert. It's great. I know a desert doesn't mean it doesn't rain, but it rains every day here. Versus the mainland. I don't think it rains every day in the mainland. So maybe not every day. It does rain a lot though here in the desert. In Stormworks. Alright. So we got this first bin. It is fully unloaded. I think I have 5 or 6 pieces of uranium fuel. It's 25 units of fuel to 1 unit, 25 units of ore to 1 unit of fuel. So what I'll do is, I think, I'll just drop this down here. That's what I'll do. That should work. Yeah, so I mean, there's still a little bit that needs to be done. This part here, that might actually, that hurt a lot. Let me just see if there. So there's still a few things that need to be worked out on the crane. Am I out of medkits? That might have been it. There might be a medkit on the outside here. I don't know if there is. I hope that's not it. I have to be really, really careful now. Yeah, I have to be really careful now. I don't fall off the edge. Okay, so that means I have to come down and I have to run all the way around. I'll have to put some more medkits out here. A couple falls at this point in time, and that's it. It's over. But I think I have a handle on how to handle the bins. So we're going to get the second one emptied. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick it up, the full fuel bin. I'm just going to pick up in this truck here. And then I'm going to drive the truck without the trailer. I'm going to see if I can make it and get fuel. It should be close. And then I'll just drive it across the map. Repackage it, leave all this other stuff here. Alright, so let's do this first. taken care of. All right. Right, and then as we learned, getting a proper cradle latch is essential. It's essential. All right, so we can do that. Yeah, if I had a remote, I could just turn it back up, and then away we go, but I don't, so I'll have to figure this out. Do the legwork. Or I would just use the truck, but I only have 300 units of fuel in the truck. I don't wanna use it just yet. I feel like that'll be just enough to get me to the rig, if I can make it. Is that a... No, it's not a crate. I thought I missed a crate there. I'm like, is that a crate? I'm always on the lookout for that. Crates that I may have missed somewhere. Alright. Still in potato. I just have anti-aliasing on, so it smooths out the edges a little bit, but we're still running potato at it. Still slowing down their game. Alright. We'll get over here, and we'll get this going. Climb, climb, climb. It's always a bit of a climb here. I mean, this is high up. Alright. And then we'll say 3. So I didn't actually release the bins. So, we'll see what I can do here. I might be able to even pull the trailer over. So if we do that... Oh, there aren't any brakes on the trailer. How interesting. I thought there were brakes on the trailer, but there are not. So I better be careful, actually. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, that was exciting. And the cradle, oh, I see the cradle is twisted here. The way I've got it connected, it is twisted. Alright, so if we come this way, I'm going to have to go down there and try and release it. Unfortunately, up and down just a couple of times on this one, just a couple of times. But I have to be careful. I don't have any more med kits. I didn't realize I'd have to be building a field hospital here as well. You know, there's always so much to these things that you, as for me anyway, I can't think of everything. There's always going to be 1 or 2 things that I miss, or 3 or 4, depending on what's happening. Yeah, Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize that there aren't any brakes on the trailer. I probably should try and fix that. All right, so if I disconnect the cable, there we go. And all it'll do is it'll just shrink the length, right? Like right now it's whatever it is, it's 1,000 meters long or 10,000 meters long. So there, that makes it shorter. That's it. That's all that does. Makes it shorter. The idea being that I might even be able to drag it over. The cradle can come over to this way. And latch and get a good latch. Like that. Which is really what we need. We really need to get a decent latch here. But if I can get it to come all the way over and like that. See that? What it does, it shortens that. It shortens the cable. But I do see now that I'll definitely need probably a winch or something. Or I should have had a better setup. But anyways. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out here. Come on, you gotta come this way. Come over this way. So you almost got it on the one side there. All right, that should be good enough. I'll see if I can get it. All I need to do is get a good latch, and then we'll be able to get it up there. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that we can't. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am kind of surprised that we're not able to further like sell the uranium. Like once we've got it turned into fuel, I know there's that remote nuclear power plant on that island. So I'm just surprised that they never thought, hey, maybe we'll give the players the ability to sell the uranium. You know, I know that the first thing would be, yeah, they're going to use it for personal consumption. But I mean, based on how easy it is to gather and how long it lasts. Well, actually, that part I don't know. I don't know if there is a duration on the rod. Because there is no input for that. There is no logical input for the duration. So, I don't know if they plan to change that later on. If there was a duration at one point, I think I read there was, but I'm not sure. All right. So, here we can probably go down. No, I'm going to pick it up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick it up straight. Okay. Or like that, I guess. There we go. So we'll pick it up like that, and then move it in here. Let's see, that's up, and then we just have to set it down. Come in a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, no. Let's try and go this way a little bit. It's not the ideal resting spot, I know. But You know, if we can just, if all I need to do is just get the cradle on there, and if I can do that, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's a really good one too. That's a really good one. There we go. Nice. All right, now I should be able to get out and again just use the ropes here and pull it into position, and that was actually really easy. Here, let's. All right. Let's see. I'll get this corner here to go this way. This time is what I'll do. Come this way. Come on. It's a 40-meter rope, and then when you connect it, pulls you up into the air. All right, so we'll pull this this way just a little bit, and then we'll grab this rope here, and I should be able to jump out here and grab it on this corner here. Yes, there we go. And then I could probably use this one here, actually. Yeah, and I gotta go up. And I gotta go up just a little bit. After all this, I'm gonna take all this back. I'm gonna buy the other location that's closer to here in the desert, the other airfield there with the rail yard, and we're gonna get all this figured out. So I have another 100,000 units of jet fuel ready to be sold, and there's probably between the three refineries that I have out there now, there's probably another 100,000 or 150,000 ready to be sold. So what that basically means is, oh, you know, that's actually a really good spot. Let me see if that'll work. So that's another, it's 600,000 for every 100,000 liters. So, I mean, that's another million right there ready to be sold. Plus, we probably have another, I don't know, 100,000 or 200,000 that we can either save locally. You know what I mean? We can either save it locally or we can choose to export that as well. All right, let me see. Oh, that's perfect. It's just, like, it could almost go that way just a little bit, just in case, but I don't see any spilling out, so. Nice. Yeah, it's 25-1, and we have, I think we had 500 in total. So, what is that? Should be 20 units of uranium fuel. Nice. That's that. All right, at this point in time, even if a little bit spills, I guess it's okay. I'll go down and check the other bin. So we're now going to boot up this truck here. And we're going to come down when it's empty, and we're going to fill up. I'm just going to take that other bin and just drive away with it. Because that way I can get top speed. And that's the hope, is I can get close. And it's just because I don't think I have a keep active block on the trailer, right? So if I was to leave, I don't want the trailer to despawn or whatever. I come back and the trailer's on its side or upside down. That happens quite very often in this game. Very, very often. Things will just move around and that. So that's why I was saying I need to build the docking station for the vehicles. So when I leave, the vehicles aren't going to flip around and fly off. They're just going to stay anchored, right? I'll have this on the docking station. You know, maybe it'll be something like the crane. I'm not sure. That's going to have to be designed. There we go. 11 uranium ingots. That's what we got. Wait for this to be full. All this messy stuff. Which, did I turn? I turned the tops of these on. Yeah, so what I'll do eventually is I'll have this truck in the uranium mine, and I'll just take these bins and put these bins on the train, and then I'll take the train here and I'll unload the bins here and process them individually. Oh yeah, look, one piece of uranium fell out. And then I will put them back on the train and go back to the mine. And that's pretty much that. Or they'll spawn on the train. I don't know, something like that. It's going to be one of those two things. They'll either be attached to the train or whatever. And then I can just bring the train here and I can just leave it sitting here. That's going to be the best case scenario. It's just... the train is really expensive. Well, everything's really expensive. These vehicles are, each vehicle is 100 grand to pull out. The train's 100 grand or more. So yeah, so I'm getting low on cash. I got 300,000 left. It looks like there's a wave coming in or something. A disaster on the way. Could be also why the game's going slow. I don't know. I do have the recommended settings. My video card and RAM is better than the recommended settings. It's just the motherboard and CPU, but I'm not going to buy a new computer just so I can see if it's me or if it's them. I've played other games and I have no issues. So, like I say, my hope is with these additional updates that they come out with, they'll just continue to do what they did. This last little update they did with the minor fixes seems to have done quite a bit. The game doesn't drop off. It slows down, but the game doesn't completely drop off the map anymore, which is fantastic. So if they just continue to do what they're doing, I think we'll have a real good product finally out. And I say finally because all the issues that we're running into on this island have been here since they introduced the DLC. I haven't seen a single update to anything, right? So that's why I say finally. Finally, they're getting around with the DLC. You know, as I say, for me, it's like, you know, when you pay for a product and it's full of bugs, to me, that's the worst because you've paid for it. It's not like, you know, it's supposed to be an add-on. It's supposed to be an enhancement to the game. So, you know, you buy the core game and it's full of bugs, and then you buy the DLC, which expands the game, but it also adds additional bugs to the game. To me, I don't like that. It's very, you know, try to avoid that, right? We should try and avoid that. When it degrades gameplay, you know, or it should have fixes for the core game and then no fixes for the DLC bugs, which is fine, and then they can release, you know, fixes. But when they release paid bugs, that's always, it's not ideal. That's not ideal. All right, so now this bin here, I don't know. I don't really have to do anything to this bin. And I mean, this crane, for all intents and purposes, this crane works well. It can stay here. It works. It reprocesses. Let's drop this bin on the other side here. Right? It does what it needs to do. It's full of fuel. I just can't fill it up, or I just can't empty it with fuel, which is fine, but I can fill it up with fuel. So I'll drop this bin here on the other side, and then, like I say, we're just waiting for the rest of the uranium to be processed. And that'll be it. Not sure how long that'll take. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Now this here is supposed to release the connectors. For the crane. But I don't know why it's not. So, ooh, just something else. Wow, that could have been the end. That could have been the end. That's what I want to fix too. I want to fix this this whole the danger zone setup we got going on here. It's pretty risque. Pretty risque. Okay, so that's that, and then this will be good. Let's go disconnect that bin. Right, with the crane or with the train, I'll put the bins with this truck. I need to have this truck here as well. It's a good container handler. Now you're probably wondering, well, why don't you use the little blue tractor? Well, I could use the little blue tractor, but I have to modify the arm. So the arm is set up so it can grab the anchor points on the containers, because there's a single anchor point on the top of the container and there's a single anchor point on the face of the container. So it's meant to grab both of those and be able to articulate and move around. And I just find that if it only grabs onto one, the bin tends to be so heavy that it bends, you know, it'll bend out of the anchor point, right? These connectors here, it'll just bend right out of the connector, so there's no point. I would have to build a cradle like this on the front of the tractor, and I don't want to do that. It'll make it way too wide. I won't be able to put it on the train. So that's why I'm not using it for that. That's why it was only ever meant to be shunting containers, and it doesn't really work for this. And that's why I created this one here. And I thought, hey, you know what, we'll use that and the trailer. It'll probably work. And now I won't move it until the bin is full, until the other uranium bin is full. And that way I just trying to be as thrifty as I can be on the fuel. So I can probably even see from up here if it's empty. Yeah, a ladder would have been really handy on the front of that. You know, I don't know. I'm not too sure what they were thinking, putting these on the sides. Maybe they were thinking you just come in with like a semi truck on the side, and it can have like a hopper on it that does, like, you know, or an arm with a vacuum or something. I mean, there's a lot of creative things you can do. There's so many ways to resolve, you know, to figure it out now. The system. There's so many ways to figure out the system. All right, there we go. So there's about 4 more in there. I don't know how long it takes. 20 seconds, maybe 10 seconds to. We could count. We could count, I guess. And then I'm going to try and drive to there. Should be able to just come right around here. 3 kilometers? I don't know if I have enough fuel to make it 3 kilometers. I will definitely try. I can't believe I was able to put fuel in it, but I didn't put fuel out. That's so funny. I guess I wasn't thinking. Obviously, I wasn't thinking. And now I didn't fill this up. Oh, good, there is first aid kits actually in the trucks. I didn't fill this up right away. I filled it up to 2,000. Yeah, it's got 350 in it. So if we go slow, I think I'll be all right if I go slow. This one as well, you can't take fuel out, but you can put fuel in. So I'll have to be thinking about that. I was gonna do those modifications, and then I got so excited about uranium, I just went for it. Okay, well, I'm going to move this down then. While I'm waiting here, I'll move this down and around. Let's see what it takes here. That's the benefit of having the limiter on the RPS. I can actually save some fuel. One thing I am going to make is like consumption per hour or something, or per minute or per kilometer. I'll have to see if I can do that. Reverse. Yeah, it's already giving me troubles here. So I'll just go down and then I'll drive around, get in position to pick up the bin, turn it off, all that good stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I'll make it. I'm definitely gonna try though. Worst case scenario, I have to come back at the crane and save, you know. Because I can tow this. I can tow this with the crane. I don't know if I'll need to. I can go that way and around this facility here. And, all right. Let's see. I might have to. I might have to tow it. All that matters is that I have the uranium. And I'm able to get it back to base. That's all that matters. That's why we came here. And these bins don't have keep active blocks on them either, so I don't want them to despawn if I happen to go too far away. Well, what I am going to do is I am going to push the trailer. The trailer doesn't have any brakes on it, so I'm going to push it forwards. And get ready to just pick up the bin here. See if I can just bump it. Just bump it so slightly. There we go. Just a little bit. Just a little tap. Right? If I tow the trailer, it's going to slow me down. If I don't tow the trailer, I'll be able to go full speed. And then the train, I can have 5 bins on the train. Right? We can have 5 bins on the train. Ooh. Did you see that? Did you see that? Look at that. Oh, it fell onto the side. Ah, yeah, see, we're starting to go that way just a little bit. So, is that the last one? That is the last one. Perfect. Okay, so now I can pick this thing up. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up from there, so we'll just do this here. And grab a rope from here. Plenty of rigging. I always put lots of rigging on the vehicles. Oh yeah, see there, look, now we've sped up a little bit. The game's sped up a little bit. That's cool. It just takes a minute to catch up to itself. Once it's caught up to itself, it's good. Alright, so we'll pull this over to the side and I'll see how close I need to get it actually to pick it up with the crane. I wonder if that's it. Alright, so we'll unlock the pivot. And then, is it this? Yeah, Okay. Now here's where I find out if I can actually... if I can grab it here. So I need to come in a little bit more. A little bit more. And then I'm going to make these stronger. So how do you make these stronger? What you do is you put a robotic pivot inside them. And then instead of rotating 360 degrees, they won't be able to do that because the robotic pivot inside is going to prevent them from moving. And that's how you make them stronger. Like you want to, you know, if you need a stronger pivot, but you don't want that stronger pivot to be able to move all around like all wild and crazy. That's pretty much how that is going to go. Okay, oh, I could probably just attach the ropes to there too. That's cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to sniffle there. All right, what's going on here? Okay, so we can, let's see, if I make this 2 meters. That's good. All right, and then maybe this one here. If I make that 2 meters. There we go. See if I can get close enough to it. I should just grab. Oh, and then we want to do this. Yes, there we go. I've been learning a lot. I have been learning a lot about these pivots here. No, let's go this way a little bit. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. How do I, is there a release? Oh, did you see that? Wow. Well, you gotta be careful how she grabs. Holy, that was a disaster in the making. A disaster in the making. It's a good thing I was able to slow down there. Wow. It's just, that's just in the way that the magnets grab, right? They just grabbed in the wrong spot. There we go. There we go. Now that I've grabbed it properly. Let's see. 4. Oh my goodness. And then 5. It's dicey. It's dicey. It's so I might need to make legs for this truck too. But as you can see there. And that's that. Now we have the container. All right. All right. And then I'm going to work to make these pivots a little bit stronger. Okay, so let's just turn this to 20. And then let's start it. All right, we're off. We're off. We have the fuel. We're off. We're not going to make it, like I say, we're not going to make it there. So I think the best bet is to try and go to there. I should be able to travel at full speed. Just let it pick up here. Should be able to do 70. Oh yeah, look, we're already going 40 kilometers. Now, I don't know what that's going to do for fuel consumption, but it certainly is going to help with the speed. Why don't I go up and through the facility? I don't know if I can get through the gates. The gates are narrow, and I think this vehicle is too wide for that. So unfortunately, I have to go around, which does extend the, but we're doing about 80 kilometers an hour, so. Hopefully it's going to be enough. Hopefully. Oh, my music stopped. My music stopped. I realize. Normally I just put it on repeat. Let it go and go and go. All right. This might not have been a good idea. Going around. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is now. Now, it's 70 kilometers an hour. It really shouldn't take us that long to drive 2 kilometers. And as we get away from this stuff, the game should speed up just a little bit because it doesn't have all this stuff to render. That's the idea. This is going to be so close. I don't know if I'll make it. I don't know. I could probably make it at a really, I don't even know. I'd say I could probably make it at a really low rate of speed, but who wants to do that? I could check and see if there's, I think there's a truck stop. Maybe not on this one. I could check and see if there's a truck stop. If I left fuel in one of these truck stops or something. We are committed. At this point in time, we are committed. Yeah, no, I mean, this setup doesn't have to be like this. It can be a lot smaller. Like, whatever. There's so many ways to do it. I like the big machines. They give us the enemy, and we can build even bigger machines because there's even bigger tracks. There's the large tracks that we can use, which I was using to make the cradle for the space shuttle. The docking machine for the space shuttle. Alright, what's the good way to go around here? Basically through there. Through there. Ooh, that's... No, we'll go this way. We'll go this way. Let's see if we can cut around this side here. Whoa! 1.5 kilometers. I've almost gone halfway. Yeah, you've got to be resilient, I guess. It is a survival type game. We don't always. This so far has been pretty good. This rig saved me, absolutely saved me a lot of time. A lot of time. Like I say, probably what I would have had to do is connect everything together, and then taken the crane down, and I would have had to tow this with the crane, which I can do because I have the winches and stuff, right? That was the whole idea behind the winches and that. That would have been like worst case scenario. And that sucks. I don't know how I get across the bridges, but I'd have to tow it down here at least. Oh yeah, there, look at that. One of them is full. And I'm gonna have to go this way. That looks like a cliff in front of me. Looks like the first oil bin is full, and I should be able to swap it to the next one. So that means we've extracted 100,000 units of oil already. Oh, come on. That's nothing like being able to see where you want to go, but then having to move around all this terrain to get there. Oh my goodness, like zigzagging instead of being able to go in a straight line. I just don't know if I can. I don't know if I can drive up that. I might be able to. I don't know. 1 kilometer away. I would hate to break down here. No, it's a good thing I didn't try and climb that. It is a sheer cliff. But once I get around it, it looks like it's a straight shot to the rig. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about fuel. I left and I thought, okay, I'll have 2,000 units of fuel. And I thought, oh, you know what? I'll get to the crane. It's going to have 7,000 units in it, and I'll just refuel from there. And of course, I can't refuel from the crane, so. All right, come around here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can refuel from here though. Whoa! Crunch! Holy moly. It's got a lot of weight in the front of it. I'm surprised the bin, you know, it's not pulling the bin back. We're getting some good air. There she be. Check on it while we're here, see how much the fuel has been refined. So the inn is on that side. Okay, so I'll come around behind it here. Yeah, so now I could upgrade these to nuclear, you know, and that way it wouldn't cost me any diesel to. But remember, we're getting free electricity, so it's costing us nothing to refine anyways. Cool, and then I'll switch it over so it pumps the other one full. Oh, you can do it. Right to the last drop. Cool. We got like 11 or 12 units of uranium fuel. So this is going to do it for this video here. I realize it's just a quick video. Oh, I said just a quick video. I've been doing this for an hour. Holy man. So not just a quick video. Just this. That'll do it for today's. It's 2:30. Okay, yeah. Gotta go get my daughter from school. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, liking and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun. So in the next video, I'll drive back. We'll do some testing with the uranium fuel. I'll drive back on my own probably, and we'll do some testing with the uranium fuel and that, and see how much each rod takes, right? I'll spawn an individual rod in. We'll just do some random testing now that we have it, right? Haven't been able to really test it, but now that we have it, we may as well do all the testing. And we'll turn this off. Now this, yeah, there we go. Turn the systems off. Yeah, I'll leave the lights on, whatever. No biggie. All right, let's go check on this. I can't believe I made it. Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Normally we don't get this lucky. Alright, so take this, plug it into there. Can I come around, please? Let me plug it into there. There we go. How much jet fuel is in here? 50,000. Wow, that's pretty good. That means we're going to have 50,000 units of diesel. So that's what I mean. There's probably 150,000 units of raw fuel ready to go. So that's, what is that? That's 250,000. Oh, I got plenty of health kits in there. 250,000. So that's almost 3 million. Another 3 million right there. So that'll get us going. That'll get us going to our next goals here. Our next goals. Right. Remember, we're trying to get to the ocean-based oil platform. And now we can build a simple platform on there with the money that we have. But just the setup that I have, I'm going to redesign it. It's expensive to build out there, but I'm going to redesign it, and I want it to be nuclear. It's going to be cool, but that's where we're going, and that's going to be our base of operations. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Oh, that is so lovely. Let me go take a look. Let's just make sure. We don't need that much, but I am going to fill up. I mean, what's 3,000 units when you got 50,000, right? So, excellent. Yeah, so it's going to take a little while to fill up here. That's going to do it for today's video. Like I say, in the next one, we'll be back. Do a little more. I'll modify this a little bit, and then I'll figure out the docking station that I want to build for these. We'll get that set up. Then we have rail that needs to get set up. And then we can look at the ocean. Getting uranium from the ocean. So that means renovating the submarine and figuring out how to pull the submarine out of the water. I think I'm going to use rail for that also. If I build a connector on the back of a rail car, I can drive down into the water with the train. I can bring the submarine in and it can connect to it. And then I can pull it right out of the water onto like a dry dock, right onto land. And then I can just empty out of there. So that's going to be different, absolutely different. So I hope to see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. And that's going to do it. Bye for now.